And we're live. How you doing, friends? Ernie here. Today we're going to talk about gold royals or royalty companies and streamers. And the question is, are they the best way to invest in gold? So I guess the first question you may have is, what the hell is a gold streamer and royal? Right? They sound like weird names. And it's not entirely obvious what they are. Let me just say that typically the most profitable companies out there are either gold royals or gold streamers or both, or a combination of miners and royals and streamers, or royals and miners, or royal or streamers and miners, or any combination thereof. Royals and streamers are very, very similar. Now, the reason why they are um, more profitable than most other gold companies is because they have virtually no overhead, because they don't really do mining, unless they also do mining. And there are, though, those companies that are exclusively royals and or streamers. Generally, what these companies are, they are the people who actually invest in mines, buy mines, exploratories, whatever. And for the risk that they take, they want some kind of return. Now, there's no guarantee in any kind of exploratory mission that anything's going to pop up, or the grade of the gold ore could be of such poor quality that it may even not be worth mining at all. You might find that there is some gold, but it's such a small amount that, so that's a risk that you take. Or you could find nothing. Ruckus. And then, of course, there's that. So, plus, mining operations have huge expenses. Huge expenses. But I still haven't really told you what a gold royal or a gold streaming company is. So, a gold royal company, they have contracts with the companies that they invest in, other miners, usually a junior miner. And their contract gives them the right to a percentage of the gold that is produced, or either a production of the gold that's produced or the revenue that they bring in exchange for this sort of upfront payment. Now, the payment is like financing, and then the payoff is the percentage of the production or the revenue. Now, when I say a percentage of the production, it could actually be the gold itself. So some fixed percentage of the take, right? And so, like I said, they use this, or gold companies will seek out royals as a financier, or at least part of the financing that they would look for. Now, a streaming company is a little bit different. A streaming company, what they do is they are also a financing company, but for the money that they give up front, what they want is the right to buy the gold that is produced at a set price. So let's say that gold is going for $1,500 an ounce. Just as I know it's around 17 something right now. It's actually it broke 1800. It's 1805. No, sorry. It is 1749 today, Monday, June 1st, 2020. So a streaming company, what they do is they take anything over the set upon price that they agree. So, in other words, they'll give them the gold, or they can take the difference in the profits. So let's say the gold is going for $1,500 an ounce, and it costs $1,100. That $1,100 is the set upon price. Then every ounce of gold that they get out, they get $400. $1,500, the current price of gold, minus their set upon price of $1,100, that equals $400. So that's really the difference between a royal and a streamer. Again, a royal takes a percentage of the gold or the profits, uniformly, and a streamer takes a anything over the top of an agreed upon price. Now, as you can imagine, a gold royal or a streamer, they don't really have to do anything other than just put up the cash, right? So that they can have relatively thin operations. Just a few people can run a 100 million, billion, multi-billion-dollar company. And for that reason, they don't have the overhead, the equipment and the rentals, and all they have is just office space, basically. So they are generally, but they are also tied to, the production of the mines that they buy, they finance. So there is that risk, right? Now, the question that I posed here is, are gold royalties the best way to invest in gold? As a general rule, when gold price goes up, gold miners and gold royals and streamers do better. As price of gold goes up, gold royals and gold streamers do better than miners. So since we had the downturn in the economy due to the pandemic, and then we have what appears to be a V bottom, lots of assets went up, mostly tech stocks. But the one sector that just blew away everyone else was the gold mining sector, which includes miners, juniors, exploratory companies, and also royals and streamers. And they far and above outstripped the rest of the market. Hugely, bigly. So, yeah. Now, when gold price goes down, they are also typically the ones that are hit the worst. Of course, as a royal or a streamer, you're always making something, right? Because there's always something coming in, and you have that low overhead, so you don't take as big of a hit. It's just the velocity of the money that's coming in that may get hit. So, as a general rule, they're really good investments. They'll pay dividends, and they are much more reliable. I mean, the way they can improve their lot is to be really good at going out and finding profitable mines, and then investing in them, and then make a sweetheart deal. And of course, miners, they need the money. They're not cash-rich companies. They're looking for these companies specifically because they generally know the business, and they know that what it takes to pull something out of the ground, and they can make some good deals. Usually, the deal is probably better for the gold royal or streamer, right? So there is an ETF. There are ETFs that cover gold royals and streamers. And the one I'm most familiar with is relatively new, called the GOAU. And let's see, which is the U.S. Global Go Gold and Precious Metal Miners ETF. So they provide investors access to these types of companies that are engaged in the production of precious metals, either through active mining or production, or through passive mining, which would be the royalties and streaming companies. So I'm not sure why we would call it a passive mining. They just invest in miners. So I guess, yeah, it's passive. They don't really do the actual mining. But GOAU is one such ETF that you could invest invest in, and it does really well. And what we've done in what I'm working with in the family office is we've invested in components of the GOAU, and there are certain companies that we like. Uh, there are also, and we also invest in particular miners and exploratories or junior miners as well, based on a number of factors that we believe will make them big hits going down the road. And you can be involved in this type of research if you join the Asymmetric Advisor Newsletter. That's our investor newsletter, all around gold mining, junior mining, exploratories, royalties, and streamers. And of course, we do a lot of other things. We also do any kind of natural resource investing, but primarily gold and silver, platinum, as well as copper and other things, and minerals, that sort of thing. And great service. Go down below, click the link. Super cheap. You get a year subscription, and we have trades that we put out every month. So far, since starting the service, our trades are up. Well, we don't have a huge number of them. We only put out maybe one or two good ones, and then we have a watch list. But our trades are up over 100% in just a few months. So I don't think I'm good. So if you'd like to join, go down below to the Asymmetric Advisor. There's going to be a webinar this weekend where we're going to talk about this whole topic in great detail, and we're going to create a watch list of the best gold royalty and gold streamer companies that are out there that we should be keeping a close eye on, as I believe that gold is going to start increasing in value over the coming months for a number of reasons, and we'll talk about that as well in the webinar, why gold and precious metals will increase in value. You might be saying, is it because of the coming inflation, Ernie? And that might be part of the reason, but it's not the reason. So anyways, if you'd like to find out about that, you need to become a member. Become a member of Asymmetric Advisors, or asymmetricadvisor.com. So now that you know all about gold streamers and royals, and you know that the GOAU is perhaps one of the more quintessential in terms of their holdings ETFs. There are other ETFs, but they don't all concentrate very heavily on royals. The GOAU concentrates more heavily on royals and streamers than any other ETF that I've seen out there. But you can go to their holdings, their prospectus, and look at their holdings, and look at those as individual companies. Excellent performance since the beginning of the year, far outstripping just about anything, except maybe some tech companies. But actually, they might even beat the tech companies, to tell you the truth. So really great opportunity. And this is the type of research that we do here at the asymmetricadvisor.com. Join. You won't be sorry. We have assets that we trade, that we recommend for trading. I'd say that there's a good chance that you could expect a double, triple. I mean, we're going for 5x, 10x returns in these things, but we don't trade a lot. We only trade things that have fantastic potential. But we also look at overall portfolio, and so we're advocates of the Dragon portfolio, which is the portfolio that is recession-proof. So all good things that you should probably consider in this new pandemic world, the new world. I don't want to say new world order. I should say this is our new reality. I don't want it to be our new reality, but it seems to be being forced down our throats. But this is certainly the best time for a service like this, the Asymmetric Advisor. Asymmetric being that we're looking for asymmetric trades where we have small risk, huge potential return. All right. That's about all I have to say. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that notification bell. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe, then hit the notification bell. We'll have a lot to say for the rest of the week about gold miners, exploratories, royals, and streamers. We may go into it in a little bit more depth. But if you want to learn more about why gold has the potential to really take off in the coming months, then you want to join and then be part of the webinar that we'll have either this week or next week, because I think I'm going to do these next 2 weeks. And really valuable information. Very valuable information. All right. That's all I've got now. I want to thank you very much for your time. We'll talk tomorrow, get a little bit deeper into this subject. Have a good one.